Reach Out Reptiles. My name is Garrett Hartle. That's Rob.
I'm Rob.
And he's been working on his ASFs all day.
I've been working on my AFS all day.
Check these out. Holy smokes. These things are super cute. They look like...
And they don't bite.
Ouch. That you're saying they don't bite. One bit me. This one looks like a little old man.
That one takes after me.
These are African soft furs. Pretty cool. And, yeah, there's a huge pile of them
That's the
there.
one that'll bite you.
Is that the dad?
I was told that the dads start protecting them after they're born.
Nope, that's a mine.
Ours are cool though. Like they're really not. Everyone says they're terrible. I don't think they were that terrible. I think they're pretty good. Does that look good? Oh, Jess is here too.
Cute little guy.
There it is.
Every time.
It's the same reaction every time too. And until it changes, I'm gonna keep doing it. They are cute, huh?
Aw.
Until they bite you. That kind of hurt. Little jerks. No. I didn't like Rob after he bit me either. So,
It's okay.
all right. Well,
The mean guy went away. It's okay.
we're back. We're having fun. You're gonna put their little playground back in there. We can put them away.
Yeah.
They are just. It's so cool. I just like how many there
Are
are.
you sad that you have to put them away, Rob?
They're super soft. They're like little fast chinchillas. Did it get you too?
No,
Right after we were saying how nice they were.
they don't bite. Hey, man.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right. Well, we should probably get into our Wednesday live video. You guys know how this goes. We're going to be answering questions off our community post from last Wednesday. If you want your questions thrown up on next Wednesdays, next Wednesday live, you'll be able to hit up our community post tomorrow and see what's up with that. Otherwise, shoot us a super chat and we will go ahead and shout you out. Speaking of shout out, I think we should just shout out Lucas Bagnera right now. He's one of our patrons. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what he did? I don't think I even showed you any pictures. Watch out, they're all
Oh,
spread there.
squish the babies.
We have a cute little playground for these guys. It's pretty cool. They can like run along the tunnels and over and under and through this thing. This is actually like the larger size rat breeding tub. And the African soft furs are closer in size to a mouse. But they love it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Their little kingdom there.
Anyways, Lucas actually hatched some Kalatoas recently, so that's very exciting. Recently, as in, like, they're still coming out of the egg right now. So he's down in Texas. You know, if you guys want to look him up, you'll have to hit him up on Facebook or something like that and say congratulations. Always exciting times. So,
Manny's
Richard-
here. He just got his snake today, and he's
What's
so
that?
excited.
what's up, Manny? I'm glad he got in there safe for you. It's always
Finally.
cool. You got one of Richard Bilbo's, was the wild type double het, right? So that's pretty cool. I see Richard's in here too, actually. And Richard wants to know how's the odor on the ASFs. It's amazing. They do not stink, and I'm allergic to rodents. Jess is making this face at me. Go ahead. See, she's happy to agree with me that they do not stink.
I
But-
sleep more than they do.
That's true.
But yeah, no, I guess that's part of their like survival strategy is that they have like little to no odor so that predators can't find them. So we have mice and rats and things like that that smell way, way, way worse than ASFs. But pretty cool right there. But anywho,
Hey, man.
I'm just nursing my ASF wound after talking about how great they are.
You know, Band-Aid?
No, I think I'm all right. So, yeah, what do you say? What do you know? Jess,
You want
do we
some
have-
questions?
Yeah, give me some questions. Let's get into it. Hey, take it easy, buddy. Have a good one.
Bye, Rob.
You leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, there's your super chat dance to go.
I don't think you're allowed to go because you like doing that way more than I do.
Oh, I enjoy that.
Yeah,
I like the twist and shout.
yeah. We might have to start you late on Wednesdays from now on. Sleep-in days.
This is a... I can't say that.
Anyway,
On planet.
are you trying to get yourself fired from live?
Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
So, yeah, you too.
Everyone says bye, Rob.
Oh,
Lori
hi,
did.
everyone. Lori.
All right.
Ryan Hood said, "Can you show us some of your favorite locality morph combos and explain why?"
Yeah, we can do that. Manny said, how long should he wait to feed him? Manny, if he'll eat for you tonight, feed him tonight. I don't, I think, you know, you get them in, you set them up, let them go for the day, and then if they eat, they'll be acclimating on a full belly. You don't have to mess with them for a week. Do you want to show them some? So locality combos, like, so every single, all we do is dwarf and super dwarf here, so any morph we have is a locality combo. The only exception would be we have finally a pure locality anery, but let me see. I mean, my favorite ones are like, we're all familiar with the different morphs. Like you've seen a tiger, you've seen a platinum, things like that. So I think that if you have a locality cross combo, it's always the most fun if you can see a lot of that locality influence in the morph, right? So here's a cool example. This is actually, we'll show Ryan Hood's baby because Ryan Hood wanted to know about it. So this is pretty cool. This is a Kayuadi Sun Platinum. Let me show you what a pure Kayuadi looks like for comparison. Okay, so this is a yearling pure Kayuadi, and they're very like a rich dark red brown that turns into really vibrant colors later. And then you can see a thin reduced pattern. This Doc Murdoch line is one line that we work with, and it's got these cool zigzags going down the back. You see that? And so when you put that into a sun platy, look at the similarities. Can you guys see that cool zigzag pattern and that color going down? This girl is actually from one of the OG Doc Murdoch F1 from his wild caughts, meaning first generation off his wild caught Kayuadis, bred to a Jampea Sunfire Platinum. And so you have the Sunfire.
You got your first super chat.
You have the Platinum, and then you have all this Kayuadi
Where was
influence.
your excitement?
Woohoo! Thank you. And so what's kind of cool is you can see all this darkness coming in, but the Platinum and the Sunfire continues to kick in with age. So if they look that nice and light right now, this thing is, I mean, this thing should be fiery yellow-orange as it grows. So I love that when you pick a, you know, a morph or a locality like a Kayuadi, for example. Can you grab my other phone? I have a super chat
Back
for
up a
people.
little bit.
And so you grab something like Kayuadi and you think, what makes these cool? Well, I like the connected zigzag lines, and I like the rich orange and orangey brown colors. And then so you say, okay, well, how about we take Sunfire and Platinum, because Sunfire connects those lines and zigzags it, and because the Kayuadi is so deep and rich, the Platinum should brighten that up. All right, so this is young Mr. Davis here. I don't know how this qualifies as a super chat dance. So a little bit more of like just a minute of his uniqueness, which we are now displaying live on YouTube. I think we gotta pause that and just come back to it. Hold on. This is good for at least a couple of super chats because this goes on like this. If you guys want to see the rest, you're gonna have to super chat in.
It's like a movie. Like next episode.
Right. So those guys are the latest. We have Sunfires, that we have the Platinums from that. I can show you a couple of others. This will show you just how ridiculously good these are. This is just a Sunfire Kayuadi. And remember I said those Kayuadis are real rich colored. Look at the Sunfire on that thing. This thing is so inky black. And then the Sunfire just encloses completely around. You know, you have that orange bridging over the top of them. Look at this perfect, this looks like pure Kayuadi pattern on top, except it's richer in color and the blackness. So this is actually Rob's holdback from the clutch, but that is crazy. So Sunfire and Kayuadi, it's really exciting to see this because I've made lots of Kalatoa Sunfires and they just don't look nearly as good. The Sunfire on this Kayuadi is perfection. This is just magic. Then you've got stuff like, let's see here, I'm trying to find a specific. Where's my cool platinum? Find that girl. I'm lost in my racks of snakes. Jess, you might be right. We might have too many snakes. Here she is. This is a really cool one. So this is platinum on a completely different locality. This is platinum in Kalatoa. There's a little bit of Jamp. There might even be a little bit of Kayuadi in this as well. But there's this crazy speckling coming on from this Kalatoa that, you know, the platinum kind of reduces pattern. It breaks the speckling up even more. So this is kind of like the polar opposite as far as cool locality with a color enhancing gene. You have that Sunfire and the Kayuadi being dark and rich and beautiful. And then you have this platinum on this Kalatoa being really reduced, super bright. And again, this is just a yearling. Platinums don't really peak in their color until they're probably 2+. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Do you prefer the Kayuadi Sunfire or this Kalatoa Platinum? What do you guys think? I mean, obviously Sunfire and Platinum are two different morphs, and those localities are two different localities, but it's kind of cool to see the opposite ends of the spectrum with how you can do that. So I don't know how to answer the question really though. Like, it's kind of all of them. I love Motley Tigers with Jampea in them.
That's why you keep too many snakes.
I know. It's true.
All of them.
It is. Yeah, it's true. Tiger and Platinum look amazing on
Super
Slayers.
Chat.
The Phantom Tombolongans were crazy. Super Chat. All right, here we go. Apparently this is what they do in Michigan in the winters during COVID. That was cold. This guy actually does remind me of Rob. You know, you put a camera on him and all of a sudden, this is kind of what you get, right? Can't have that. Nope, that's it. All right, what was our second super chat?
Super chat was from Manny.
What's up, Manny?
What would be a good super dwarf female for my male for one day?
For one day?
Well, yeah, his
Scandalous.
male's a baby.
Oh, you mean like
Let him
in
grow in
the
a
future? Like a one-night stand, or what are we talking about here? So yours is, you know, one of the things you want to do is look at the percentages. It's always cool if you take the percentages of the locality you want to focus on. You can get that over 50%. You're golden. So yours has Kalatoa and Jampea in them. It was a weird percentage too. It was 37.5% Kalatoa and I think 31.25% Jampea. So if you have a 37.5% Kalatoa and you want to make super dwarves in your offspring, you're going to need something that is 62.5% Kalatoa or higher, because when you average the percentage for each locality of the parents together, you want it to end up at a minimum of 50. Higher is better, but if you're trying to go, you know, making Kalatoa looking stuff, or if you want to make more Jampea looking stuff, you would want to go higher on the Jampea side. That's really hard to find. There's not a lot of high percentage Kalatoa or Jampea anythings these days. So yours is also a double het snow. So I'd consider locality first, maybe a 62.5% Kalatoa or higher. Yours is het albino and het anery. So you could go with one. That makes you a flexible, yeah, as flexible as a breeder. You could go for albino stuff or anery stuff or both. And eventually it's just going to end up depending on your budget and your personal preferences for what morphs you like.
He wants a recommendation.
You'd have to tell me the budget. I'd make you some recommendations. So if you want to hit me up, that kind of goes for any of you guys watching. I mean, shoot us an email, info@retardreptiles.com, and ask for recommendations that would fit for what you have. And if you can tell me kind of like, well, these are the sizes I want to accomplish in my babies. These are the percentages, the morphs I am working with or would like to get into, and go that route. I mean, the easy go-to answer for you would be snows, because if
He said albino.
yeah, if you work towards if you have like something that's at least double het snow, you can make albinos and aneries and snows all in one clutch, which is pretty cool. So, or you can just go with incomplete dot. Like a lot of people want to get into super dwarf golden child stuff. So if you can get a golden child and run it there, we have albino golden child stuff that's coming. And what you guys have to realize is like the higher percentage you go of a particular locality, like if it's Kalatoa or even just super dwarf in general, the more generations and time it took to get that morph that high, so it's going to cost more. So it just depends. If you're going 62.5% Kalatoa, that's pretty high percentage. Even some of the base morphs, like we just have some 68 some odd percent super dwarves, and something simple like a tiger or a motley, those are posset snows. But so if you get a tiger posset snow or a motley posset snow, real high percentage female, they're $950 for either of those morphs. We have like I think one of each available right now, and they as you combine them, they get higher and higher. So yeah.
Lucas wants to see his baby.
Lucas, where is Lucas?
Lucas D. Isn't. Which Lucas is this?
I'm assuming it's Lucas Bissett because he
Okay,
was
he's
just
over
talking to me. Lucas Bissett, is that you? I'm trying to give your information out online just to weird you out.
Totally just did.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, so you got one of the Kayuadi ones, and you got a platinum. So this is what a fresh, like one shed in baby platinum looks like, with that really rich Kayuadi influence. Look at how cool that is. You can see the zigzag here, but the pattern's been reduced by the platinum. So you have like that lighter buckskin color on the top, zigzagging out over a darker background. And in some places, it doesn't even have the black border. But in the tail, look at that. That is a cool looking animal. Antonio Rosario wants to see his too. This is the Wednesday live feeds have become. Can I see mine? Can I see mine? It's been so the weather's been crazy. COVID shipping stuff. We just have so many people's animals hanging out. I'm sorry, everybody, but we're trying to get your animals here, to you safely. So
Answer questions too while you're doing that.
yeah, do it. If you got to find Antonio's and put his back.
Yeah, I'll grab it. Spencer Vance says, "What new morphs would you love to see in super dwarfs? What morph projects are you most excited about at Reach Out Reptiles?"
I want genetic stripe and anthrax, probably more than anything else in dwarf and super dwarf. And they're kind of like classic morphs at this point. You can go get a mainland of either one for a few $100s. But they did make super dwarf genetic stripes many, many years ago.
And there's a super chat.
And then they kind of just disappeared. Super chat. And then there is the...
two super chats.
Oh, come on. You're just making me dance too much. There's one super chat. Here's
you were holding it. You missed the super chat.
I can't see them. I'm on this side of the camera. To the chagrin of everybody watching, maybe.
Okay, first one is Anthony Batista. Should dwarfs and super dwarfs be their own subspecies? It sucks that so many places banned Retics because of the mainlands. Getting really jealous here in New York.
That's a good point, and actually something New York
you have another super chat.
Has been waiting for. So they already are their own subspecies. At least if you work, a lot of people have different definitions for what makes a dwarf or super dwarf. But if you work with the ones that we work with, the stuff that's on our poster, you guys can buy on reachoutreptiles.com. It has 7 different localities with a bunch of information about them. And that's the Selayer island chain. There's 2 subspecies within that island chain that represent the dwarf and super dwarf stuff that we work with. Subspecies is usually not generally enough to move them outside of any kind of like legislation because they usually ban things on species level, not subspecies level. However, scientists are looking at reclassifying reticulated pythons and splitting up the group. And when you have pure super dwarves that are, the size of, if you guys didn't already see the video we put up, I think that was on Instagram where we had the corn snake. Anyway, my point is we just had a female that finished laying, and after laying, she weighed 1,300 grams. It was like 1,325. Whose is this one?
That's Antonio's.
Antonio, this is yours. It's actually really similar to the one that Manny just got. So Manny, if you want to, it's a sibling. If you want to chime in and let Antonio know whether or not it was worth the wait, now that you have yours in hand, feel free to do so. It's another one of these. Our first clutch of the year was actually from Richard Bilbo stuff. I like the white rosettes on this one.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Really nice.
It's a girl. So if they do split it up, what would be kind of cool, like right now you have the genus that Retics are in is Malaya python, and that includes Timor pythons. And nobody's banning any Timor pythons anywhere, and nobody really cares to because they're not Retics. They're much smaller. Everyone knows that they all are. So theoretically, if they were to split some of these super dwarves into their own species status, any of these bans and laws going through would not relate to super dwarves. They would ban, you know, whatever they want to do with mainland retics because how big they get. But super dwarves, even though in New York currently it's illegal to own them, if they were reclassified theoretically, they would become legal to own for New York or anywhere else that has legislation about it. So maybe a nice side effect of working with the dwarf and super dwarf stuff.
You have a couple more super chats, and Lucas said he sent you a dance.
Oh, good. Thank you, Lucas. Whew.
So this
It's probably his voice to the rescue. So here's one from Lucas right now.
Lift it up.
That's a good one. I can see the reflection. Got super
That's
chats.
perfect.
Oh man. I feel like I should send you money for that one. That was good. That might be my favorite super chat dance to date. You guys are going to have to beat that if you think you can. Text it 412-925-1933. Text me a short video of yourself. I don't know if anyone could beat that. That was especially priceless. Yeah, that was great.
So that was SoCal Herbs says,
Matt,
what
what's
is
up, buddy?
what is your recommendation on how to get my buddy Garrett to call me one day?
Oh man, good luck.
Let me know if you figure that out, Matt. he doesn't answer for his employees either.
Yeah, too busy. Too busy. I'll try to be a better friend. No guarantees. It's kind of on my to-do list to be a better husband first, and then maybe I can trickle down the love, but I've been known to be a little too absorbed in the snakes to the point of neglecting the people in my life. Hashtag True Moments live on YouTube. I'll work on it, Matt. If you're going to Arlington, I'll see you there. If not, maybe the Super Show. All right.
Next super chat.
Is there another Super Chat?
There's two more, I told you.
Oh my goodness. Is anyone else
You don't have any more
texting in?
dances?
Oh, I have no more dances. I'm going to check.
Now we got people requesting other people's snakes. That super chat was Chris Gear. Can we see Ron's new girl?
Chris Gear. I have a snake named Duran, but you're saying Duran's new girl? Duran, I don't think I have any money from Duran.
No.
I don't think Duran has a new girl. If he's bragging to you otherwise, it's definitely, you know, how guys do about the girls when they're bragging about the girls. I don't know that it's actually true or not. I'm pretty sure he does not have.
She's his, but she doesn't know about it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Or maybe she's his and I don't know about it. Should I check if she's still in her tub? Yeah, she's still there. So he didn't sneak in the middle of the night or anything. So no. The answer is no.
No.
You cannot see it. He does not have a new girl. If you tell him to hurry up and shoot the payment over before the live video's over, then I'll show it to you. Go get on it, Chris. Make it happen.
Next super chat.
All right. Who is it?
It was Louis Salles.
Louis Sage.
Sorry.
What's up, Louis?
Look like an L. He said, Matt, he's not going to call you.
I love you, though. I love you here on my live feed.
This is true.
I do love you, man. I was actually watching videos of you with my wife and mother-in-law. This might be too much for a live chat, but I'm just going to roll with it. Because you
already
are one of
sounds
the most
interesting.
eligible bachelors that I currently know. So we were trying to find online presence of yours to show you off to the ladies. So just because I don't call you, Matt, doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. and how eligible you are.
Is this becoming a dating show now? He's
Except
gonna
for what is it? It's
flash
becoming-
his number.
It's going
across
all
the-
kinds of weird places.
Let's go back to the question.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed? African soft fur bites.
Is it still hurting?
It's still hurting, Charlie. Yeah. If this was, and there's no marks to show for it, but if this was a snake bite, it would not be bugging me anymore.
Tristan Cowder.
What's up?
If you could go back in time when you first started Reach Out Reptiles, what advice would you give yourself when you went full time? That is a good question. He has a few more.
So
Do you wanna answer
quick
that one
advice. Is
first?
that what you're saying? What would I have done if I wanted to go full time first? Gosh. I don't know that I have anything that ended up being like a major regret. I guess what I would just say is like focus on the things that are most important to you first and foremost. Let everything else come. Because when you do it as a business, you kind of have like your passion projects, the things that you love, which may or may not be the things that are most marketable in the moment. And then you have the things that you feel like you have to do because everyone says it makes money. Ideally it's great if you can find something that does both. But if given the choice, I would follow the passion projects first, because I think you'll find that you really connect well with people within a more specific niche of the industry, and you'll be able to have more to offer in that regard. So you can kind of you can build your reputation up quickly with something specific. So it's like us. We're not a retic breeder. We're not, a lot of people do retics, boas, balls, and Burmese. We just do retics, and even more specifically than that, just the dwarfs and super dwarfs from this one singular island chain. So that's probably the advice. But I did take that advice, so
Then that doesn't count.
yeah. I would just say, good idea, Garrett.
If that wasn't a Garrett answer. Okay.
What are you trying to say, Jess?
Jada Case asking, how do you determine locality percentage?
Okay.
And super chat.
So the locality.
Do the dance first.
So the localities work like this. If you take any locality, it's coming from an island, like Jampea, Kalatoa, or whatever it is. You want to start with that pure locality. And then if you take that, that's 100% pure. And then if you breed that to anything else, if it's a mainland, let's say you take a Kalatoa and you breed it to a mainland, the babies are going to be the average of the two parents' localities. So to get an average, you add this one plus this one and divide by 2. So you add 100 plus 0 is 100, divided by 2 is 50. If you took a 50% offspring from that, bred it back to a pure, then what you do is you take 50 and 100. You're making me super chat while I do math. 50 plus 100 is 150, divided by 2 is 75.
You can't multitask.
This is where a lot of... No, I cannot. Have you not noticed this about me?
Oh, I noticed.
All right, then. So a lot of people think like, okay, I have a 50% Kalatoa and I have another 50% Kalatoa. And so if I breed these two together, I'm a generation further advanced, so I should be 75% Kalatoa, right? Wrong. 50 plus 50 is 100, divided by 2, you're still at 50. So that's the way it works. It's kind of like saying I'm half Irish or 1/4 Irish or 1/8 Irish. And you just average the two together. We have videos on it, actually. If you YouTube how to calculate super dwarf locality, you'll probably find them. There's a little kid with a chalkboard that shows exactly how all the math works, especially when you get into multiple locality crosses. Next one. What was the next super chat?
Duran's super chat says payment sent.
Wait, I gotta confirm.
I did.
Did you? All
Chris,
right.
Chris's super chat was pull her out.
That's the one I was dancing for?
Yeah.
I would have danced even less enthusiastically if I knew that what it was. All right.
What, all dances are
I'm
not
not
equal?
talking about this snake. I will only show it. That is all. For those of you guys that are thinking I'm such a jerk, you just don't know the story about how Duran is a jerk and not me, even though he's buying snakes from me.
They're snakes. I didn't want to sell him. This is her. She is exquisite. Some of my favorite part is her head stamp. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not the coolest little head stamp?
Totally not gonna talk about her.
No. That's it. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Perfect dorsal stripe. Okay, she's going back. All right. I hope it was worth it.
2 more super chats.
Thank you very much. 2 more super
2 more.
chats.
Do 2 dances.
It's as if they knew I was trying to get a facility. Okay, here. We'll get back up for this one, right? What is it?
Chris Gear, is that a holdback? Isn't that a holdback?
Shut up, Chris. Obviously not. It's not. Let me get some blue tape and put Duran's name on
not
it.
anymore would be the correct answer.
I should just pull this name off of the Jamp and remove that honor and put the Duran on that one. All right, what's the next one?
Well, you didn't dance for the next one.
What? I have to dance to hear the question?
Yeah. This is for Anna, so make it good.
Anna super taps all the time. I can't do it
Exactly.
without-
She
I can't
deserves
do
a
that
good
one
dance.
without holding one out. How's that?
Anna says,
What
what
do you think,
Jamp
Anna?
line is Tanya from? She said
Tanya?
treat for Tanya. That's what her super chat was.
A treat for Tanya? Anna loves
Get it?
Tanya.
Yeah.
So Tanya is only 25% Jamp. She's mostly Madu. So if you're wondering why she looks like that, it's probably more to do with Madu than...
There you go, Duran.
I don't know if I spelled that right. I'm pretty sure I didn't actually. She is gas bar line Jamp though. So she's 25%. And you know, it's kind of funny everyone calls gas bar line Jamp the gas bar line, and that's why we refer to it too. But the gas, generally if it's a line, it's because somebody took wild caught animals and developed that bloodline in captivity. The gas bars didn't do that with this. They took 2 Jamps bred by Al and Cindy Baldago that were siblings, and they just bred them together a whole bunch of times. And so that was the gas bar line. But it did allow them to be selective and really clean the look up a lot. So a lot of times if things don't
Another
look
super
like the
chat.
gas bar line, people say they don't look like Jamps. So another super chat.
Yes. From Manny again. That's not a dance.
Oh, good. Nate sent me a movie. I was grasping at straws. Hold on. Here it goes. Thank you, Nate, to the rescue. Wait, I got to blow this up. Here we go.
Oh my god.
He must have run out there and put that helmet on just for this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did. Did he write Super Chat dance on his back? Wait for it. Oh, you should have turned around and had Sharpie on your back.
It's
So that way
been
you could
done.
beat the other one. No, but that was a shirt. Shirts versus skins. So this is a combination of 2 other bloodlines. One we'll call Reach Our Reptiles bloodline because we have the wild-caught animals bred to Sean DeBoard line. But this is one of our yearling Jamps right here. And he does not look like Gaspar line. I mean, he has a lot of similarities. The real kind of thin and exquisite pattern. He's really starting to get that silver coming in, woo, that people know the Jamps for, but these guys just have such amazing contrast. If you want to learn more about Jampeas, we have a locality spotlight video on those that shows our wild-caught adults. I can show you this guy's dad, actually. He's right up here, Tarzan.
So Manny said, what size mouse should I give this guy? If you got an example, that'd be perfect. I got small mice. I don't know if that will be too big. That was the
No, he could take a small mouse. I would do like a hopper mouse once a week or a rat pup, but a small mouse would be fine. If you need to do a small mouse once a week for a couple of weeks until you get some hoppers ordered, then you'd be fine. And it'd probably only be 3-4 months before you could up them to a small mouse anyway. But yeah, he should take that, no problem. He's doing frozen thawed, so we make sure to get him well started. So for all of you guys that are waiting on your snakes, that's kind of a part of it.
So Ryan Hood asked, do you find that if a parent has a particular trait like wide back pattern or reduction of that pattern, that it will pass on to a higher % of the offspring?
I don't think it passes on it to a higher percentage necessarily, but in any given clutch, you're going to have animals that look a lot like mom, and then some that look a lot like dad, and then some you're going to have like the color of mom and the contrast of dad, or you might have the color of dad and the contrast of mom. And so what you do want to, like if it's something like a wider back or a chaotic pattern or clean background or speckled background or striping, and you want to breed for that, what you do is you get, like, let's say I talked about the perfect dorsal stripe on that platinum motley tiger that's almost 75% or 70% super dwarf. If that's what you wanted, then what you should do is get two with the nicest stripes you can and breed them together, and then you'll have a lot of varying degrees of striping, but hopefully the hope is always that a few of the animals in that clutch will be exceptionally striped, better than either of the parents. Whose is this one?
You have a super chat from Alex Demola that says, please don't dance. And he wants to see his baby.
This is Alex's. Holy moly.
Now he's paying you not to dance.
Thank you. Alex is the only one that gets it. You should pay me not to dance. This guy looks so bright in this light.
Yeah.
Look at it. I'm looking at him like on the screen and behind the screen, and he's like super dark and light in life and super bright up here on the screen. This is your guy. This guy is awesome, but he almost looks like a lavender here, which is sad because he's actually very dark. I don't know if I shade him. Will he look any different? Here, turn him this way. See if this looks any better. There, now.
There you go.
Yeah, I was bleaching it out. There you get a little bit more. That's more accurate. It's a very nice dark purple. It's still not as dark as he is in life, but that's a lot closer. Good looking boy. All right, so
What else? What do you guys? What do you know? What do you say?
Let me bend it over. Oh, Tristan again. Pros and cons with paper substrate and naturalistic substrate.
It kind of depends on the way that you're doing it. We tried naturalistic substrate. We get a lot of criticism online because, you know, we look probably like a puppy mill over here just because we have industrialized systems. But I mean, if you look at the way that we're doing it, you know, we have these snakes that are in cages that are the length of their whole body. So even though this is, yes, it is a rack and it is a tub. This is an adult ball python breeding tub, and I have a 300-gram super dwarf baby in there. That's kind of the goal. We used to do substrate in a lot of these, but you know, if there's anything wrong with a particular method, we'll learn it 300 times over really quick. And so you get a lot of potential for impactions and babies accidentally swallowing substrate. One of the worst ones are like the coconut chip type stuff, because they get in there and they're kind of splintery and they get lodged. And that's bad, most likely fatal for a lot of snakes. Paper towels are
You have another
the
super chat.
worst. The paper towels are the worst substrate, unless it's something where you're like just got fresh babies and you're just letting them sit on there, but do not feed on paper towels. They easily get a tooth snagged and swallow it. So if you're like what we're doing with these is we're trying to get them in here. We have them 4 to 6 weeks. We're getting them fed. We're keeping them very clean. We want to see everything that's in every poop, every pee. We want to make sure that nobody has any signs of disease or parasites or anything like that. So we keep them fairly clinical while we do provide still hides, shelves, water, kind of like the things that they need to live and be happy. And then they're gone. And if they stay longer than that, they get upgraded into different cages. So I would say if you have one snake in a big enclosure and you're able to feed it, like you could put a tub inside the cage and feed food over it so they're eating in a empty plastic tub and not consuming substrate. And as long as your animal's not getting them pushed in their gums because they're digging and stuff, they're probably okay. So, all right, super chat.
Super chat.
What do we
This
got?
is a $15 super chat that
Holy
says
smokes.
dance like you mean it.
This is
That's
how much
the
I need.
whole super chat.
$15. This
This
is
is
what
how
gets
much I need
you. Oh yeah. Who sent that in? Who's making
That
me
was
dance?
Lady Gecko Foot.
Lady Gecko Foot. Come on. If you're gonna pull that kind of stunt, I think you need to come down here and dance with us on the live feed. That's what I think. All right.
Super chat.
What?
Do not dance. It's
I don't know what to do. Do I listen to mom or dad? Was that Alex again?
No, this is Anna.
She learned her lesson.
She says.
That's funny.
Oh, it was a $10 super chat. Adult milkshakes for the hardworking ROR team.
I like that. Thank you.
May we
I know just
see
where to
the
get
lady or ladies that Mr. Paulson has been having fun with this year or last year?
Oh, Robert Paulson is our platinum Selayer Jamp. I think he's actually in with one right now. The only thing, we want to breed him one time and one time only, really. Yeah, he's in there right now. So we have a pure Selayer female. They're her with the bigger head on the bottom. And then we have a 50% Selayer as well as 25% Jamp platinum on top. And he has a little bit of age. You can see what I mean by that platinum color really kicks off later in life. See how dark and rich she is with that platinum? It's crazy.
You're 2 super chats behind.
So that's him. If we can get this pairing to happen, we'll have pushed even further locality influence into that platinum, and then we'll end it there. Because I don't like using pure locality females for morph breedings, more or less. But we had some good success last year with Slayers. I'm set for what I want on Slayers, so I'm doing the passion project there. What was the next super chat?
Let me not skip one. Oh, Lori Johnson, since you won't show the Madu, what size tub is my boy in? And no dancing.
Your boy is here. He should be in a bigger tub. He should be in an FB40.
Did we miss hers?
But we need a new facility. Look how good this
I think we
look on this
missed
guy.
Lori's. She wanted to see the Madu babies.
Oh. It was
Sorry,
a super
Lori.
chat?
Yeah.
Oh. This is your boy. Look at that birthmark. It's so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like this part is anery. It's even more than that. It's actually additional black pigment. But look how clean this guy's getting. Hopefully your weather's a little better and we can send them out pretty quick.
I
We
just
did
checked
get
it
your
this
Madus.
week.
I can show them to you because they did shed. It was very exciting. So that guy would be great in one of these FD40s right now. He needs to be moved up. I have a question for you guys at the end of this. All right, so check this little cutie out. Look at that.
So little.
This is, yeah, talk about little. That's a pure Madu. First time in a long time in this country. And you can see how clean it is, meaning no speckling on the background. Very thin. Really nice pattern on those. I love it. Very wide back pattern. So cute. Just so cool. And they have a ton of saddles. Like lots and lots of little diamonds. More diamonds per snake on the Madus than, you know, like mainlands or something. So super cute. So, all right. Those are Madu babies. What was our other question? I thought there was another one.
Oops. Yep. It was Spencer. He says, when are the next clutches hatching? Can't wait. These lives make my week. God bless you guys.
Any day, Spencer. Check this out.
Super chat.
So, this is my, can I super chat like this? Does that count?
Don't go too fast.
This is what Rob does on here all day long. He passes out in time for lunch. Whoa. This is our maternal incubation. Good. It's like a rain chamber. So she's up there, Mama. The due date is on the 5th of this month, which, as you know, is right around the corner. But a lot of times they hatch a little bit earlier when they're super dwarfs. So this is her, and what's been funny is like up until this point she's been pretty tightly coiled on everything. Now every day, about 3 times a day, she stretches out, moves off the eggs, cruises around, and then jumps back on. So every time she does that, I'm like, is somebody pipped? What's going on up there? I can't tell. But she's getting really, really close. So that's pretty exciting. I'm so excited for being able to like come in here someday and be like, what? Because she's het AMAL. So it's a really light, bright form of albinism. So it would be so cool to just have like little baby albinos crawling around in there. Unless they crawl out through here, Jess. We really need to close those gaps up. So, you know, always different when you have baby-sized snakes in adult-sized cages. So, yeah. What else we got?
You have another super chat.
Oh, man. And no more more texts about super chats. Anybody? 412-925-1933. That's 412-925-1933.
There's a delay. You're gonna have to dance while you're waiting.
All right.
Tristan Cowder says, Team Godzilla or Team Kong?
I didn't see the movie. Does that count? Do I just get to pick who I like better?
You get to pick them.
I've always loved King Kong. I don't know how he stands a chance against Godzilla, but Kong, obviously. Like I
Why
saw
is it
little-
obviously?
Oh well, I guess obvious that he doesn't stand a chance and that Godzilla would win. But personal preference, Kong. The original Kong from, was it the 30s, is still the best one because you think he's a monster the whole time, and then for some reason it just doesn't sit well with you that they killed him like every other monster movie. I think it was like almost a mistake where they somehow snuck him in and made him endearing in there. That was the best. In modern ones, they're all like, "Oh, poor vegetarian gorilla. He was just trying to be in love and everybody killed him." And that was the point of the original, but they just laid it on a little thick. You know what I mean? So, anyway, sorry. I would say Godzilla would win, but Kong is the best.
Okay. Ready for another question?
Mm-hmm.
This is Troy Clements. He kind of wrote a paragraph, but I'm going to ask you the first question.
Okay.
In order to allow more space, let's say double or triple the living area minimum for each snake at ROR,
Mm-hmm.
for their general well-being, such, would you choose to focus on pure locality bloodlines or hybrid mutations between mainland dwarf, super dwarf stock?
So it sounds like what he's asking is, if I had to kill half of my snakes and then
That's a
double up the
terrible
cage
word.
side, which half would I kill?
Use a
It's
different
kind
word.
of like Kong versus Godzilla. What would win? Pure localities or morph crosses for me? And yeah, I mean, it would be pure localities, sure. So pure localities are the King Kong.
You have another super
Too bad
chat.
there's not a Kong locality super dwarf. That'd be cool. All these giant dinosaurs and then
Gonna have to make one.
Retics. That might be on the list.
Super chat?
Oh, super chat. Okay, go ahead. Wait, let me check. Yes! Spencer Vance. Here it is. Thank you, Spencer. These are way cuter anyway.
Oh.
That good? Wait, one more. That's it. We're getting demonetized because there's music in the background. Okay. Thank you. That was great. All right. What's the
Anna
question?
said, oh, she said no dance.
Oh.
I didn't read it.
Come on.
You
At
get a
least it
pass.
wasn't
You get a
me.
pass on the next one.
There. I'll take
What
it.
was your first Jamp's name?
Holy crap. I got my first jam when I was like 15 years old.
Did you name snakes ever in your life?
Jess and me have beef about me not naming snakes. The funny thing is, I remember my first carpet python was Cypress. That was my very first exotic snake. Oh, it was Bob.
Bob.
Bob the Jam. Yeah. And it's because when I bought it as a kid. I got it from Bob Clark, and he goes, "What are you going to name it?" And I said, "Bob." And he's like, "Ha ha ha," and he gave it to me, but I did. I named it Bob. I was wondering why. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Next question. Bob the Jamp. So if anyone wants to pay homage to Garrett Hartle's original Jamp, name your Jamp Bob.
Tristan again. Just like how the finches are different on other islands, what do you think is the reason for retics having different patterns, colors, and body shapes?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of anything. Obviously, the normal mainland reticulated pythons have their own looks and stuff, but I think when you isolate a population, it's going to look different. I mean, the truth of the matter is, I know my bloodlines, like, Richard, we're talking about Richard Bilbo stuff. I can tell one of his animals from a mile away, and it's a locality cross, but he's kind of like an island unto himself. He's been naturally or artificially selecting for certain traits so long that his bloodline is recognizable. So just like I was saying, Gaspar line Jamps were like one look, and we have these other lines that are, you know, wild caught lines. You know, if you guys go and do some research and look up some of the different diversity, like has anyone found Locality Retics.wordpress? It's kind of cool. Somebody had attempted to collect pictures of a lot of the different wild localities, and I don't know that it's 100% accurate or whatever. I would hope so. But if you go look at the Jampeas, you'll see a huge variety of looks within those Jampeas. So you can tell the difference even just between different bloodlines, like Travis Kubis Kalatoa versus those Sean McMillan Kalatoas, versus those Reach Dreams Kalatoas. Those are going to be unique looking bloodlines. So if you can see the difference in one family of retics, why wouldn't you see it from one entire population? So, I mean, I think they're starting with something. Like Tombolongans are a lot smaller than Selayers. Nobody can ever prove this, but it's pretty obvious that the animals that are on Tombolongan, which are these guys, this is a pure Tombolongan. Oh, that one's deep in blue. Hopefully this one's not too. There you go. So this is a Tombolongan, and it's basically like a super dwarf sized Selayer. This is a Selayer. You can see the close relation in far as like they have those kind of froggy looking heads, very yellow heads, lots of black, stuff like that. But the Tombolongan, you know, you can see that it's related to this. So it's taken this animal's genetic background and reduced its overall size due to whatever reason. You know, there's still arguments among scientists as to, it's called the island effect, where animals that are big get small and small get big, you know, for sometimes unknown reasons. But yeah, so what is the reasoning for the island effect? I don't know, but you got to start somewhere, and then where you go from that depends a little bit on natural selection, a little bit on the background genetics at play. So, but I mean, the theory is the same. You know, the finch theory with Darwin is that they got different beaks to eat different kinds of food. You know, I'm not sure if that's the same reason for the adaptations that we're seeing in the island populations of retics, or if it's something else. Because there are a lot of different, you know, reasonings for why an animal would change over time. So.
Super chat.
We only know so much. Hold on, let me check. Let me just check my 4129251.
No, you had Anna's, right? Anna's was the last
Oh yeah, I
one.
got a pass.
Yeah.
So
Just this once.
Okay, what is it?
Says, hi, this is Jose. Can I see my girl?
Here she is. So this is a lavender. I wonder if this looks any different in this lighting and on this camera than the purple did. Yeah, it does. It actually
It's
is
very, like,
it's,
highlighter.
yeah, it's more accurate, this one is, than the last one. So yeah, I love the lavenders, like that sky blue background, super cool. There she is. She's a pretty girl. She's doing very well, little sweetie. So just waiting on a few more meals. All right, cool. What else we got?
Oops. Oh, you got another super chat. No dance.
Good.
Anna again. May we see Tanya, please?
I just took her out, Anna.
She really likes Tanya.
Obviously. There she is. Come here, Tanya. Hey, you.
Tristan also said, what would you do? What would you breed or
It's
do
the-
if retics didn't
It's
exist?
the little Burger King
You're in the light.
thing.
She
Ta-da!
is Burger King crown.
I can't answer that. If retics didn't exist, doesn't
What
she
would
look
you
like a little
do?
Burger King crown?
She does.
Well, if they didn't exist, I wouldn't be who I am.
Right,
So
so who would you be then?
I would be Jessica, obviously.
So you would be better.
Whoa. Whoa. That got deep real fast. Yeah, she is cute. So there's Tanya. You can see how clean and wide open that patterning is. And then she's 50% Madu. So if we look at a Madu, let me see if I can find. Let's look at all the Madus. Yeah. Here we go.
That's what Lori wanted. All the Madus.
So that's all the Madus to be shown. So you look at Tanya with that real clean and bright
background. And then you look at this and see how that pattern is just perfectly penciled on. And it almost, the Madus, it's really hard to see on a hatchling snake, but this dorsal pattern comes wider down both sides of the snakes than it usually does, and it's striped down the center. So that thing, Tanya has that big center back stripe. So does this. And then these almost connect with the white down this, like to make the Burger King. Here's 2 spots where it's trying to connect real hard. And so with that tiger, when you just make that a little bit bigger, it just blows it open. So it's kind of cool to see how all that stuff works. Yeah.
This is your 4-minute warning.
Okay, I have a question for you guys then. Come here. Is that all the questions?
I think so.
Cool. All right. Here's my question for you. We'll see if we can get Jess in the shot while she comes out. There she is. There she is. That's what I would be if there wasn't any. All right. That's what it would. I would be so much more shy in front of the camera. For sure.
Wouldn't have a YouTube channel, that's for sure.
Yes, that's true. So here's my question. We are trying, even a couple of questions about like, hey, you know, which half of your collection would you get rid of if you could double up space for everyone? I would love to double space for everyone. I don't think I can get rid of half of my collection. I love them all too much. I've seen so many like YouTube people getting new facilities. But Nate sent me a text. We might get this free super chat here in a minute. But the one that we're looking at, I mean, we just had a talk right before the live, right, Jess? That about
Super chat.
Hey Garrett, maybe you're this is good. Custom requested super chats. That maybe I'm aiming too high. So if we were to do like a community fundraising thing to help come up with some of the cost so that I could get into a really cool facility where, get this, we wouldn't be in my basement anymore. The snakes would have more space and you guys could actually come visit Reach Out Reptiles and see for yourselves all these different localities in person. Would that be something that you guys would be willing to get behind, either financially or by showing stuff off? I will go ahead and, you know, just spreading the word and trying to push for that. Because there's a lot of people that are like, why don't you reach out to the community instead of trying to do it yourself? And yeah, I don't know. It's
Jada K said that would be awesome.
that would be cool. I would love to be able to provide that for you
Duran
guys.
said bye-bye corn snakes.
But yeah, is that something like, I don't know if we would do it like as, you know, I'm thinking like a GoFundMe. I don't know if that's the platform we would use.
Angela Farrar says yes, yes,
But
yes. We
as-
already want to come visit you.
Yeah. that would
And
be-
you have another super
that'd be
chat.
pretty cool. Okay, hold on. Here's the super chat. Here it
Elliot
is.
Perez says can't wait. Oh,
He is literally super chatting to our current live stream with super chat on his back. I should probably preview these first, Cash. What do you think? I don't know. I guess that was acceptable somewhat. Maybe albeit
acceptable
unusual.
somewhat.
All right, we're
You're
working.
acceptable
We're working
somewhat.
towards it. We're trying to figure out. I mean, I've been working like too hard, definitely all day today and over the last course of the week to try to figure out just how to scramble this thing and make it happen. So
Status 304 says yes, definitely.
we're going for it. But would it be cool to have a public facility that was dedicated to Dwarf and Superdwarf locality retics, to where even if something happened and they're like, hey, you can't make money selling those anymore, would you guys like to maintain one place that has genetic diversity and bloodlines of all these different localities, so that you could, I mean, you can go buy the poster, but I think it's a little bit different to be able to come and see those hands-on in person and have an appreciation for the way these things are exactly as they are out in the wild.
So you're out of time. You have 2 super chats.
Yeah. 2 super chats. I
2.
just did one. Okay, what is
Yes.
Go.
The first one was Anna. What are the yellow lines on the floor for?
it? There's yellow lines on the floor?
Oh, I think those mats. Those little
Oh,
cushy
yeah,
mats.
yeah. We have little mats to be soft for
Rob's
Rob's feet. And they have yellow on the sides of
Yeah.
them. He didn't put them away today.
This is a good last super chat to end on. Spencer Vance said this is the first donation for this facility fundraiser. He said yes.
Right on.
You got
Thank
$5.
Spencer. I appreciate it. Woohoo! All right, guys. We'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys. Appreciate you for showing up, for watching till the end. Love you guys.